Well, good night, guys, or good evening, or good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. Let me just go over to the YouTube side and make sure everything is working okay. I may need to turn the volume off because I don't think I did. No, I didn't. So volume off over there. Check the Facebook side. I think Facebook is working as well because I've decided to put it on the Facebook again. This video is now live. Broadcast audio details, blah blah blah. Watch live. Click on that. Well, good night, guys. Pause that. Volume. Play. Okay, so Facebook is live and the YouTube side is live. So let's get into it. Where am I here? Ooh. I've lost my chat for a second and let me bring it up. Okay, so let's see what was in first. Oh yeah, before we start, I'm only on for an hour tonight, guys. Link is there if anyone wants to come up. We can get people up early enough if they're in. If they're not in, I can understand because of the time change and stuff. It might have affected a few people not being able to get in. So UK Scrapper, thanks for being in. Muriatic Acid, thanks for being in. Scrapman 50, that's no problem. We all have things to do. That's the reason that I have changed the time myself, is because the evenings now would have been brighter. People have more stuff to be doing than just hanging around watching YouTube videos sometimes, or hanging around with chats and stuff like that for a couple of hours. So that's one of the reasons I've done it. Tim Palmer, welcome in. Anfield Road, Layout, welcome in. Andrew Moret, I think it is how you pronounce it, welcome in. Park Nest, welcome in. So that's it so far. As I say, with the time change and stuff like that, I wasn't expecting the same amount of people in as normal, because and again with the evenings a bit longer and stuff like that, people have stuff to be doing. So UK Scrapper, thanks for being in. Appreciate it. Yeah, so what has everyone been up to? I've been watching a lot of videos today because again, I'm still on holidays for another week from work, so I've been catching up on videos. And what I've noticed about most of the scrapping videos is everyone seems to be cashing in their stuff. So I don't know if they had a hangover from the winter that it just didn't have a chance to get through everything and get to the scrap yards, or is it because copper prices are so high that they have decided to start cashing the stuff in now? So what's the reason for it? Why is everyone doing videos on them going to the scrapyard? You know, it seems to be what everyone's doing. The prices seem to be brilliant. Gulf Coast, how do? Prices seem to be absolutely marvelous at the moment. For even, like, I was looking at some of the prices some of the guys are getting in Canada, the US especially. Copper prices are really high. Even the dirty copper is getting good prices. Brass is getting good prices. So it seems to be that everyone is getting really, really good prices on it. I've been working on ram chips. If anyone's seen my Irish whiskey paranormal, welcome in. If anyone's seen my last short video, you'll see that I now have an outdoor bench to be working on, which is great. I'll put that link out in case. I think I pinned it to the chat, but I'm not 100% sure. But it's gone out there anyhow if anyone wants to come up. Yeah, so, and the good thing about being off this week was I got onto a few more panels than I normally would have. Everyday Scholars, welcome in. Patrick Williams, welcome in. You get Scrapper, what's he saying? He's just saying hello to Gulf Coast. Yeah, so I got a lot more onto a few more panels. I managed to get onto Snobby's panel this week because, as I say already, with work, I don't usually be home till after 7 in the evenings. Snobby goes live around 7, and by the time then I get something to eat and do all the other bits and pieces I have to do after work, it can be late enough. So, and usually his panels are filled up by then, and there's no point things. So I enjoyed being up on Snobby's panel there on Friday. It was good to get up on it. Haven't been up in it a while. Got up on Raphael on Saturday as well. Raphael goes on a bit later. So usually if I'm home late from work on a Saturday, I can still make up onto his panel. Thanks, Dollars, for that. Appreciate it. So yeah, copper prices. As I say, I've been watching a lot of the videos of people cashing in their stuff, and the prices are very, very high. Maybe they think prices are going to fall. I don't think they're going to fall. I think they're going to continue to rise because, especially there, if anyone is familiar with America and the job numbers, where every month they bring out the job numbers, and it showed they were expecting an increase of maybe 600,000 people to be going back to work. And they ended up with 900,000 people back to work. So straight away, that was a boost to the economy, and prices jumped on a lot of stuff. Share price went up. I think copper took another little bit of a jump because if there's more people back to work, it's more demand for stuff. So that's why I think the copper prices will stay up what they are, or may even rise even more before we see any bit of a drop on them. So as I said already, guys, I'm only staying on for the hour tonight. So if anyone wants to come up, come on up. You're more than welcome. Where am I here? I was some stuff I wanted to get taken apart tonight while we were talking, and as I say, I didn't expect an awful lot to be in tonight because of the time change, and people, are used to seeing me go on at 8 and stuff like that, so they may not. Thing be in. Let me see what everything. Oh, UK Scrapper. I'll just say hi to everyone. Tim is just saying hi to a few people. Yeah, so I sent out a few stickers. So again, if anyone wants stickers, email me and I'll get them out to you. This is the week to do it because I'm off work. So as I say, it's only when I get time off to get these stickers out to people. That's the best time to get them out. So if someone wants to get a sticker sent out to them this week, my email address is on the About page. And if it's not, it's scrappingirish75@gmail.com. I talked to one of my yards today, and their indicators are saying copper brass to go up more. So there we go. The scrap yards are expecting a bit more of an increase. So if you have a lot of it, I don't know, would you cash in now, or would you hold on another while and see what happens? Like if copper goes up another 10% even, that's £1,000 on the ton, roughly, so like it's a lot of money to thing, and 10% could easily happen in the next month, because especially if the job numbers keep going up in America, and you see England is starting to reopen, and you'll see more countries start to reopen, people get back to work, so they'll have spending money, so there'll be more demand for stuff. Some of the shops that were closed will be reopening. They'll be selling, like a lot of the shops that were closed, maybe selling stuff that uses copper, stuff like that. So all of a sudden there's more demand for their products, and prices will go up. So UK Scrapper's going holding on to his for a bit longer. As I say, I don't get an awful lot of copper. I get bits and pieces like these little bits of copper and spools and stuff. So it's not going to pick me up or down. I'm never going to have huge amounts of the copper, but we'll get there eventually. With it, gold prices were up slightly, but they're still down on what they were this time last year. This time last year, they're down, I think, 8% on what they were this time last year. So they did take a bit of a nosedive earlier in the year. They're around, I think it was September, maybe October time. They took a bit of a dive, so it's taken them a while to get back up again. So they're nearly up to what they were this time last year when the crisis hit, but they haven't come up there yet. Again, it's not something I'm looking to sell yet. I haven't got to the stage where I think gold is at a good enough price to sell yet either, because I still think that has a good bit to go yet. I think that can go over $2,000 an ounce, and then if it gets to over $2,000 an ounce, it may be time to cash it in. Sorry guys, just checking something else out there. Put the link out again. So what's everyone been up to this week? What videos have you been doing? What have you been making? And presume all being well, no more in our care. I'm holding on my copper for casting, and then it's going to the kids down the line. There you go. Yeah, so it's an investment commodity. If you're not stuck for it, it's something like, again, I say, I'm not stuck for the thing. I do this as a hobby, and any gold I can get and stuff like that, hopefully in the future, if I ever need it when I get to pension age, and don't be even thinking I'm near it yet. I know a few of you will say I'm already gone past that. Snobby, welcome in. How do you? I was just saying I enjoyed your stream the last night. It was very, very good fun to be up there. I was glad I met it. I enjoyed the bit at the end where we got taken, if anyone didn't see that stream, we got a little tour of one of the outdoor shops in America, and it was like an actual village. They had everything and anything, and it was just absolutely huge. If any of you haven't seen that video, go back and watch it again. I heard a bleep there, so that means someone has come into the basement. Oh yes, I see a guy down there. This guy, his bite can be dangerous. It's the shark. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh, Sharky, I was watching your video today. You got some nice stuff in that computer. As I say, you always seem to get them nice little bits. You know, the CPU, the nice, and the gold EPROMs. I haven't got one on all the computers and laptops and stuff I've taken apart. I have not got one gold EPROM yet.
Yeah, that was quite a, that was very exciting find, and it really surprised me because just in a pallet full of computers, it's just happened to be there. So hello everybody in the chat. How's it going?
I hear another bleep in the basement. The doorbell rang again in the basement, so we have another thing. I don't know what I let this guy up like, because he's one of them blue nose guys, one of the toffees. I suppose I'll have to.
That's a lost for Irish.
For those who don't follow football and don't follow soccer, as they say in America, it's football over here in Ireland and the UK. But in Liverpool, there's two clubs. There's Liverpool themselves, and then there's a club called Everton. And the Everton are the blue side, and the Liverpool are the red side. And of course, the nickname on the Everton supporters are Blue Noses, or they're called Toffees. So there we go. We have a toffee in the basement we had for a while.
Your new workbench looks well.
Yeah, it does. Thank God. I got that done for outside, but now the weather has turned cold and we're promised snow, so I won't be able to use it.
I know we had a bit of snow overnight, but it didn't stick.
Yeah, the temperatures dropped. Like this day last week, or not even last, maybe Thursday last week, we were up on 18, 19 degrees, and tonight is to go down to minus. This is Celsius now. Go down to -2, I think, tonight. So, and snow.
Well,
and
that's
not good.
Yeah, and it's your fault because you built that bench.
Yeah, I knew that Murphy's Law. As soon as I built that bench, I wasn't going to get to use it.
Yeah, it was definitely your fault.
Well,
I've seen your video as well, Shark.
Yeah.
How's that again?
I seen your video. It was interesting. Your videos.
Yeah.
That computer one was good.
How'd you like that Pentium Pro, man?
Ah, it's good.
But yeah, so I didn't build that bench myself. A mate of mine who's a lot handier at chippy and work than me gave me a hand, and he done most of the work. I just bought the timber. He done the work.
You may get to use it when you get a nice day.
Well, it's good now that I can just actually do any of the acid work I want outside. So yeah. I can. It's a nice bench that can be used even outside. So even tonight now, I have stuff left out in acid because it's covered over, so the rain can't get to it or anything like that. So that's working away, and I don't have to leave it in the shed. And it's a lot more room outside. And if anything spills, it's easy cleaned up because that's a plastic top that's on it, so the acid can't damage the plastic, and it can be just wiped away. So it's good.
Yeah. Oh, I'm hating this. My big monitor that I have rigged up on my laptop, it's just gone and packed up on me before you come on. I couldn't get it to rework, so I'm just looking at the laptop.
So am I getting the blame for that as well now? You seen I got the blame for the weather going bad and...
No, you're not getting the blame for that. No, my monitor always does it. It's on its way out, but I keep trying to put up with it.
Oh no, come on, let's blame him anyway.
Yeah. Just blame me anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll just I could blame Ali Mack though.
Poor old Ali getting the blame as well. But
He put a good video out today. I must admit.
oh, the one where he's driving around, yeah.
Yeah, that was good. I
Nice,
was in a
nice weather
stream
too.
with him
So it was.
before.
Yeah, it was
I
nice
was in
weather.
Peter C's stream before. He done a live.
Who's Peter C? I don't think I have that person.
It's a friend of Ali Max that
Okay.
into his Cortinas.
All right. Okay. Oh yeah. I heard there was someone. I heard his name mentioned on. I think it was Dusty's stream as well. The what's called their classic. What's the name of that other channel? Who done classics? Who done
Yeah.
classics? Mentioned them a few times.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So Shark, any luck with the tank? You were saying there was nothing new there yet today on the video, but anything show up yet on the new or the cage, not the tank, the cage.
Cage, yeah. It's been getting it's very frustrating. I looked at 3 properties today, and 2 of them are certainly acceptable from, as far as the space themselves and things like that. But the issue is going to come down to whether or not they have the right zoning application for what I'm going to do, and landlord at the one landlord owns 2 of the places that I looked at, and he's very nervous about me submitting the application. He's afraid that if they come in and do an inspection, that he's going to have trouble. And
all right. Well, if he's worried, that means he hasn't got the proper paperwork.
It's just, and it's extremely frustrating right now that and this is what makes it even more frustrating. So I'm researching this, and I find all kinds of advertisements from lawyers who say, we can help you fix your problem getting your certificate of use. It's like, oh God, now I have to go pay a lawyer to do a piece of paper. This is it. This is their certificate of use right here. It's 2 pages. It's not that hard a thing, but some lawyer is going to charge me, I don't know, $500 or something like that to do this.
Yeah. No, that's the worst of this red tape sort of carry on, that if someone hasn't done it already and you have to go in and then all these applications aren't right and you wasted all that money and there's nothing at the end of it, you have to start again. That's the dodgy side of it,
Yeah, and then the city itself, they charge you $112 every time you submit an application. I don't know what the hell they do with the $112, but so I don't know. It's frustrating. It's aggravating. I keep telling myself it's just a barrier to entry to prevent competition.
Yeah, it could be that.
Yeah, you'll get there in the end, Shark.
Hopefully, because nothing more frustrating than when you're taking the plunge to decide to go bigger and do that, and then to be held up by other stuff that is out of your hands,
Yeah,
so you took the risk to go out there and put yourself out there and have a go at it, and then you're being held up by stuff that is not actually in your hands at all, that you can't do anything about.
And it's I scratch my head at this because I'm thinking to myself, what do they think they're achieving other than driving business away from the city?
Yeah.
I'm already looking now at 2 counties that are south of us to see what's down there. It's a little inconvenient logistically, but it might be worth it.
I'm happy. I've got my monitor working. I'm happy.
Isn't it exciting when you get a piece of technology to work for you?
Yeah, especially when it had been working all day and then it decides to pack up before Scrap and Irish goes live.
Yeah, so and again, I'm only live for the 1 hour tonight, guys. So
that's why I was more annoyed at.
I'm only live for until I think I'll just do the 1 hour again until the evenings start getting dark early again, because
Yeah.
it didn't get dark here until maybe 20 to 9 tonight. So like and so it'll start to get dark again next September, October time. So I'll probably just do the 1 hours all through the summer, and then go back to the 2 hour shows for the winter. It's just to give people
Yeah,
a chance
it's the
to
way
want
to
to do
do
stuff
it.
in the evening. There's going to be people wanting to paint. There's going to be people wanting to cut their lawns, stuff like that over here. Now I know in the US it's different because the time differences, but it's just to give people.
Yes, I
over-
did, Parkness.
I have stuff to do in the evenings when I get home from work. So I have lawns to cut.
Yes, I did, Parkness. I did screw the cable in properly.
There's always someone trying to tell you how to do it.
Oh, especially Parkness.
But I seen Scrapman 50 was in earlier in the chat. I hadn't seen him for a while. He commented on my last video, but I hadn't seen him for a while, so I'm glad to see he's okay. He just switched the plug on. Dave reckons it. He just switched it on.
Oh, I'm getting some stick tonight, aren't I?
It wouldn't be like an old blue nose to make a mistake like that, would it?
No, exactly. I must admit though, I moved the monitor higher, made the camera in a different place. I've done alterations, and it's my own fault.
So tell me this, Anfield Rodale, how are you finding YouTube since you've started doing your videos and stuff? Are you enjoying it?
Yeah, believe it or not, I only started YouTube as a vlog to try and put me out contents out there. I didn't expect to get where my channel's got sub-wise.
Yeah, and how are you enjoying the banter with the rest of the channels and that sort of stuff?
I love coming up on panels with this StreamYard.
See you scrapping. Sorry, I didn't miss see you scrapping coming in there. See you scrapping. Dave Hazel. Who else came in there that I didn't say hi to? Partner Jason Hughes, and there was Snobby Scrap Picker, I think, and was there anyone else I missed coming in? Partners I said hi to. I think I said hi to everyone else coming in. Scrapyard Mark. How do?
He just popped in.
Yeah, welcome in.
Welcome.
But so I'm only on in case anyone's just popped in, I'm only on for the hour tonight. It's a new summer thing. It's not that if you look out at the Irish weather tonight, it's not looking too summery with snow starting to fall.
We had snow last night, but it didn't stay for long.
Barry West, how do?
Hey Barry, how's it going, man?
Yeah,
hello, buddy.
Barry, I'm gonna say it for Scrapping Irish. He's only on for an hour today. Got started later because he's trying to adjust for the weather, to let everybody have a good time and cut their lawns and do all that other kind of stuff. And he's just a lazy slug that doesn't want to be up late with the rest of us. Or no, that's not what he said.
Shark, how'd you like the basement? It's good down there, isn't it?
Yeah, he can leave him down in the basement.
Basement is nice down there, isn't it?
There's no windows down here.
And there's loads of spiders.
Leave him down in the basement with the spiders.
But I was just saying there, some of the videos I was watching today, I was watching a lot of scrapping videos, and most of the scrappers that I was watching were bringing stuff to the yards, and I was looking at the prices they were getting, and the prices some of them were pretty good pricing that they were getting. So copper prices are fairly good. How are you finding the pricing on your scrap yards, Shark? Have you brought in much copper lately to them?
Yeah, prices have been doing pretty good. Let's see, what did I get recently?
Hi, Raphael, welcome in. Paul Chartall, welcome in.
So I got 80 cents a pound for my insulated number 2. Shred went down a little bit. It was at 8 cents a pound. It's now at 7.8 cents a pound. Aluminum sheet was 30 cents a pound. I haven't brought copper in for a little bit. I was building it. I sold off a while when the prices got pretty high, and I haven't taken in any recently. So.
And have you much copper building up now again?
Pardon me?
Have you much copper building up?
Yeah, it's getting there.
Top secret. He's not letting us know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I'm not
Back
like
in a minute, Irish. I'm just gonna go and get a drink.
No problem.
I
All
come
right.
up.
not like I don't have plumber friends like Romantic does. So I'm not
Yeah,
bringing
yeah.
buckets of the stuff right now. It's
He's lucky that the plumber gives it him, because most of the plumbers I know around here, they know the value of it and they will not give you a scrap of it. So he's
yeah.
lucky that they actually give him that stuff, because
I
most of the
frequently
plumbers or
see.
electricians around here know the value of copper, and they don't any job they're doing, they gather all the little offcuts up at the end of the job and bring them with them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I frequently see plumber trucks and electrician trucks at the scrapyard. So I have to assume that a lot of the local plumbers here are doing the same thing, bringing in their own scrap.
Hi, Emma.
So, hey, Emma.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. Like, I was talking to a plumber, and he reckons at the end of the year, with all the bits of copper that's left over from the jobs he does be on, and technically that copper doesn't belong to them because they're charging the customer for it. So whoever they're charging, they've charged them for the copper that they had to buy, but they're taking all the offcuts with them, and they're not giving them any discount. But at the end of the year, he reckons he could have between 5,000 and 10,000 quid in scrap value.
Doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
That's a nice bonus at the end of the year. Like,
I've called out a couple of contractors that came in and they did some work and then they were getting ready to leave with the ends, and I said, "Oh no, you don't. I paid for that. That's mine."
Yeah. Oh yeah, I would too, because I know the value of it. But like a lot of people like don't. I remember going to a guy's house one day, and he was getting worked, and I was just there talking to him, whatever. And next thing he goes, the copper cylinder was there, and I said, "Oh, what are you doing with that?" He said, "Oh, the plumber's taking that with him." He said, "Oh, the plumber said he'd dump it for me." I said, "Don't worry about the plumber. I'll dump it for you." I said,
"Yeah, there you
go." I
go."
took him with me. I got it instead. Same with car batteries. Like, a neighbour of mine goes to me there one day. He said, I see in your back garden. He said, you have a couple of car batteries. I said, yeah. He said, what do you do with them? I said, I keep them and I'll cash them in eventually. Like, and he goes, oh, I have a few there if you want them. He said there was another buck looking for them, and I didn't know what he was going to do with them. I said, give them to me before he comes back. So you have to when you see it, you have to grab it.
Yeah. Now, sometimes for some professionals, their perspective is, I'm so busy doing my job, I don't have time to deal with this stuff. It gets in the way, and it's they're glad to get rid of it because it slows them down, that kind of stuff. So there are some professionals who are they just don't want to mess with it, and they're going to become my best friends.
Yeah, well, that's it. If you can find the guy who doesn't want the hassle of it, and then every so often throw him something as a goodwill gesture, he's more inclined to give it that, because he'd be saying, well, that saved me all the hassle and I got something out of it at the end anyhow. If you throw him something back every so often, he'll be more inclined to give you more stuff every time.
Yeah.
Some of them are too busy to be going around picking up scraps of copper and bringing them to the thing. So maybe that's a good plan. All right. I need to sell copper pipes in 5 meter lengths. No matter how much I need, I have to. Oh well, the same here. It's 5.5 meter lengths, but you can buy half a length. So you can buy half a length, or you can buy the full length. That's your choices. There's no. If you went in to buy some copper, you can't go, oh, just give me a meter of copper. So you either buy 2.7 meters or you buy the 5.5 meters. That's your choices.
2.7 meters.
Yeah.
What is special about 2.7 meters?
It's half the length of the 5.5. Roughly.
Oh, I see. Okay. And 5.5 is special. Why? That's just how your company.
That's just the way they cut to 5.5 meters. Yeah.
Huh.
That's the length it's cut to. They come into the shops here in Ireland. They all come in 5.5 meter lengths, and then you can either buy half a length or you can buy the full length. That's your choice.
Okay. Hey there, my vicarious life.
Yours life. Welcome in. Our plumber gives me bits, but some want to even factor into job, the price, etc. With copper tanks, etc. Our heating guy even said they'll drop me off other bits. Oh, that's good if you can get stuff like that every day. So it's giving you bits and pieces if you can get stuff out of them. Any of the plumbers I've asked for anything, not a chance. Now I have a connection. Well, I have a way of getting stuff. I may work in a place where people bring in old stuff, and when they're looking to buy a new one, and then they say to me, "Oh, can you dispose of that?" And I go, "Yeah, no problem. I'll dispose of that." And I have a little box for myself to dispose of it in. It's either that or it goes in the skip. So I do make use of it instead.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's not as if you're dressing up like you work at the scrapyard and saying to people, "Sure, I'll help you carry that." Who is it that we know that?
I wonder who does anything like that.
I'm trying to remember. Somebody said they might have done that in the past.
Romantic, welcome in, and
hey, Ro.
Redneck, welcome in. Would his name start with? Would his first name be Ian by any chance?
Last name Matthews.
Oh, there we go.
Be careful. Be careful now. We've said it once. If you say it again,
2 more times, and he'll appear.
Yeah.
If we said it again, he'd appear. Yeah.
No, but he's giving up the scrapping anyhow. He's not collecting any more scrap. So if anyone wants loads of scrap, Ian Matthews has gone out of the scene up in that area. So you'll surely be able to find stuff.
He just hoards it instead, doesn't he?
Yeah. You reckon he's not going picking up anymore? Paul Chartall. I didn't say where I worked.
Oh man. Oh hey, my mailbox guy came through for me.
All right. What did you get you?
So this was funny. I got a text from him this morning. He said he gave me an address. He said there's some scrap out there. So this is pretty cool because now the mailbox guy is sending me texts when he's out replacing mailboxes and he sees scrap laying around.
That's good that you have people out there who see that, like they go, "Oh, I know a man that'll take that," and they give you a ring, and you just go and collect it.
Yeah, and this was a nice stack of the yard that I sell it to calls it dirty aluminum. It was a aluminum kind of screened in porch kind of thing that was attached to the house, and they tore it down. So,
all right, like a patio sort of area.
Yeah. So a lot of nice aluminum. I got to spend some time getting it cleaned up, get the ferrous nuts and bolts and stuff like that off of it. But that was a nice load to pick up.
And when you go to the scrapyard, will they look at the whole lot of that and go, "Oh, there's a nut there, there's a bolt left there"?
So the yards that I go to know me well enough now, and they know that I do try to bring in clean loads. So they'll give me some slack. But if it's somebody that is constantly trying to get away with stuff, then, they'll put an extra eyeball on those people's material.
Okay.
So it really all depends on the relationship that you have with them.
Yeah, I was watching a video today, and the guy brought in aluminum and all that sort of stuff, and he was going down through the list, and he goes, stainless steel, and then he goes, "Where's my stainless steel price?" And what the scrapyard was done, they counted as stainless steel as dirty steel or something instead of stainless steel. And he had gone at this stage and they'd paid him. So he said, he's going to have to keep an eye on that anymore.
Yeah.
Because again, it depends who's sorting the stuff out, what they say it is at the end of the day. If they say by mistake, "Oh, that wasn't," if he throws it in the wrong pile or whatever, you could lose a lot of money. Stainless steel will be worth a lot more than normal dirty steel or whatever,
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And again, it's you get to know the people and you sort of chat them up a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I'll frequently talk with them and say, "Hey, so what are we calling this?" And, that kind of stuff. It makes sure that they don't accidentally put it in as something wrong, or because they're busy too. They got, sometimes there's a line of cars waiting to come in. And
yeah, when Snobby done that video where he had the the guy out, and they were going through the stuff, and they were saying, the man goes, "Oh, we'll take that as such a steel cast, or we'll take that as whatever, or we'll take that as rolled aluminium, we'll take that." And another scrapyard might decide that what they were taking as cast was not going to be cast in their place; it was going to be rolled or whatever. So every scrapyard is different. So that's a bit of advice to anyone out there. See what your go around to a few different scrapyards and see what each one are giving you for different type of thing. Because what one person is giving you for rolled aluminium, another person might price it as cast aluminium. So that's a bit of a difference on your price. Over here in Ireland, aluminium is just aluminium. They won't even give you a difference between cast, rolled, or extruded. It's just all counted as aluminium. You know, so it's the same price whether you bring in good extruded aluminium or you just bring in the aluminium cans. It's the same price you're going to get.
I'm going to jump off anyway, Scrapping Irish. You just thought I'd come in and show me face.
No problem at all. And thanks for coming up. I appreciate it.
No problem. I just thought I better go. And she's recorded something on the TV. She wants me to go and watch it.
Yeah, I know. And she doesn't want to wait any longer.
Yeah. She's just said to me. She's just sent me a text. She said, "I know you're in a live. I've got something coming on it in a minute. Are you coming down to watch it?" So I'll see you in next time, Shark and Scrapping Irish and everyone in chat. Take it easy.
Well, and I know it's not a sporting event that you're going to see because otherwise Scrapping Irish would be all over it too. So
no, I wouldn't.
No, it's not.
I wouldn't be watching an Everton game. Will you stop? I like to see good football. I don't watch that rubbish. Has he frozen or is he just? Oh no, he's in shock.
Yeah, I'm in shock. Thank you for having me up anyway, Scrapping Irish, and I'll look out for your content. See you again. I'm looking forward to seeing more videos, Shark.
Yeah, we'll see you, man. Have fun.
Have fun. See you, mate. Ta-da. Ta-da.
I put the link out there if anyone wants to come up. I'm only on for another 25 minutes. This is good. This quick 1 hour show.
Get it done. Knock it out.
Knock it out, man. Knock it out, man. And oh yeah, guys, if anyone think they're coming up late and I'm going to stay on late, they're in for a surprise because I'm looking at that lovely little button in the corner that says "End Broadcast," and that will be hit. So don't think you're going to come up late and get me to stay on for an extra hour or any of that carry on. It ain't going to work. Yeah.
Well, they'll try.
So
how road's already on you, man.
Yeah, I was going to say there. I was looking at the U.S. job numbers come out there on Friday, and you get a big boost in job numbers. It was so that's I think that's going to push copper prices even higher because you're only expecting to have 600,000 people back to work last month, and you ended up with 925,000 back. So nearly 1 million people back to work. So with them numbers going up, surely there's going to be more demand for products and there'll be more money floating around again. And plus you've that stimulus package that was released. So there could be a good boost on scrap prices yet again.
Yeah, and I think as more people get vaccinated and more people get back into their jobs and those kind of things, they'll feel a little more comfortable with spending money on consumer goods, and that's going to drive demand. So, yeah, I think we've got some potential for some good stuff. And it sounds a tad bit selfish, but I'm hoping that these folks go out and buy themselves some new electronic wizardry and put the old stuff on the street for me.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. And with more electronics selling and more anything that contains copper, it's going to be a bigger demand for copper, so that could push the price even higher again.
Yeah, who else is here? I see Mike is saying hi to you and some old guy. Who is he? What's he talking about?
I see Mike had his lazy cats today guarding the house for him on his video. Or was that yesterday? I forget. I watched so many videos in the last couple of days, trying to catch up on people's videos. I can't remember what day what videos put out on.
I don't know. Do cats make good house monitors? It kind of seems to me like they'd be like my golden retriever. Oh, you want to come in? Sure, come on and play with me.
Well, he was calling his ones lazy. Every one of them. You're lazy. You're lazy. You're lazy.
Yeah. Hey, Golf Coast.
Oh, there he is, Ian Matthews. We must have said his name 3 times.
Did we? It must have been an accident.
Someone say
I don't think we meant to.
Someone say copper.
Hey, Golf, we had a beautiful day here today, man. Beautiful.
You're in trouble now, Sharky. You're in trouble now.
I am? Why?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Did you get a job for them lazy cats there? Was that just this video or today's video? I can't remember.
I got a video I'm gonna do tomorrow. One of the outside cats threw up, and I have a ceramic frog sitting in the yard, and it puked right on the top of its head. Perfect. I'm gonna get a better.
How many cats do you have? Is it 4 or do you have more that we didn't see?
I have the two outside are strays.
All right.
Oh, the one that I was petting that was rolling around, he lives across the street, but he makes his home over here.
What was his name? Squirrel or no?
Squirrel.
Yeah, Squirrel.
And then Squeaky's been on the porch for years, so I feed Squeaky all the time.
Yeah.
So, Mike, are you sure that maybe those outside cats aren't trained by one of your neighbors and they just sort of pick up a CPU every now and then and carry it back to their owner or something like that?
Maybe I do have stuff missing.
I like your number plates. You must have got them off Snobby Scrap Picker.
Hmm?
The number plates behind you.
Oh, behind me, yeah.
Yeah.
Some knucklehead made that.
I have mine there as well.
But you know what? He made me 3 of them.
Ooh. I have mine there as well. You can't really see mine with the. Oh, there you go. Scrapping Irish.
Oh, right now it says crapping Irish. Oh no, there's
He made me the e-waste. He made me the mic, and then he
Yeah.
made me the boss.
Oh, that's a nice one.
This one will not stay on the wall. This is the only one that falls off.
That's because the cat.
I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, defective. I should send it back. Get my money back.
Yeah, you want to get your money back for that one. So you do. You want to get your money back for that one.
You think I can get
Tell
it?
me this now. You're the man who hasn't got time for much stuff. Do you keep your copper or do you just throw it all into your shred? What are you doing with your copper?
No, it's all in a barrel. 55-gallon barrel.
Okay.
I just got a bunch of it the other day for free. So
Yeah, I seen them bits that your neighbor had left in your trailer for you.
all the time. I just went and paid a guy $300 to build me a big workbench.
All right. Well, then he's giving it back to you in copper instead. He's giving it back to you in copper. Have you done any run up to board sort lately? No.
No, I want to go by the end of the month. But I've got so much other crap. Like my rent, I have like rental houses.
Yeah.
All my rental house inspections are due, so I've been dealing with that for 2 weeks, and I've still got another probably week and a half of that crap to do.
Okay. So what they inspected like the fire escapes and stuff like that, is it?
Yeah, just to make sure the mechanic, the hot water tank, your furnace, your doors are sealed. Just stupid petty stuff, Like the house I just did, the guy wrote up the hot water tank because the union had rust on it. A little bit of I went over the wire brush and I wired it off. He came back. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. You wonder about them sometimes. The little things to pick out, like
Well, the problem is it's $200 for a rental license per house, and then they come in and they'll do an inspection. Now, if anything that doesn't pass, then they send you a big letter with all your violations. Well, then you have to fix that. So now you have to pay for the material to fix whatever you need. I had to hire a trash company, believe it or not, to come and pick up all the tree branches, everything that I had to cut down. That was $200. And then to get a re-inspection, you have to pay another $100 for them to come back out and re-inspect it. And then I put a hot water tank in that house in 2018, and they caught it. And I had to go pull a $145 permit for that water tank. And then he bitched about a little bit of rust on the union.
Oh, so you need to have a special permit to put a tank in.
For a rental house, yes, you have to have a mechanical permit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
My God, the words "money racket" ring in my head.
I'm already in just one house. I'm already over $1,400.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I have 5 houses, and they're all coming up within the next 4 months.
Mike Jando, welcome in.
It's every 2 years they do an inspection.
Hey man, that's the price you pay for being a slumlord.
I used to have 10 houses.
My God, how'd you manage to keep an eye on 10 houses? Like,
I wasn't doing what I'm doing now.
Okay.
But yeah, it just got to be. But see, what's happening now is the city, they're scratching for money. So
Yeah.
getting every little thing they can just to make a couple bucks. And it's
Oh yeah, that's going to be the same everywhere. Once everything starts going back to normal, you'll see they'll be trying to bring in money from any source they can get it in from.
yeah, it's ridiculous. And you
Yeah.
can't fight City Hall, so you just go okay,
Yeah.
put your tail.
Well, you can't have enough people done it, but when you're left, not enough people will stick together on anything in this world. So you just have to go along with it. You have no choice.
Yeah, I got it written up. I got a ticket a couple years ago because the city watches me like a hawk.
I wonder why.
If I sat on my front porch and for 8 hours, from 9 to 5, I can guarantee you a city car is going to drive by at least 2 to 3 times per day, every day.
Maybe that's because when you go in, you do let them know what's on your mind straight away. You don't bite your tongue.
Yeah, I'm surprised because my 2 trailers are sitting in the driveway and they yell at me all the time about those 2 trailers and they're always in my driveway. Always.
And why are you not meant to have a trailer? Can you not have a trailer in your driveway? Like,
you're allowed 1 trailer per resident.
oh my God.
So I either have to get remarried or get a girlfriend, then I'll have 2 residents, and then I'll have a trailer for each resident. But
Well, over here, it's not as bad as that. You could have inside your own property. You can have as many trailers as you want, as long as it's not anything. You can put what you want in your own property here, as long as it's not something that is going to be a danger to someone else.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So if you wanted 100 trailers in your own property, you can put 100 trailers in your own property.
I wish.
Hey, Mike, can't you tell them that you had some guy named Earl move in with you?
You want a trailer? I'll tell you what. I found another enclosed trailer for $1,000. Beautiful trailer. And, I ain't got nowhere to put it, so I can't get it. But they wrote me up last time for the 2 trailer. Now the one guy said, "Well, just put it. You have to have it on a cement slab." So I have those patio blocks that I have in my videos now. So I'm gonna make a slab for that. And the guy said as long as you can put it behind your house, so they don't want to see it from the road. Is basically what it is. So he wrote me up for the 2 trailers. Well, it just depends on the inspector at the time, because a lot of times I can put it behind that fence and I can close that fence and it's fine.
Jump up.
So the one guy wrote it up, and I said, well, I'm gonna shit on his parade. So I took my other trailer when they were coming back to reinspect, and I put it in because I share a driveway with my neighbor. I put it in his driveway. He's like, "Well, you can't do that." I said, "That's a separate address."
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? It's
Yeah.
it's not on this property. It's on that property. He couldn't do shit.
Yeah, no, that's the worst of some of these places with all these rules and stuff like that. It's just makes it life hard for people to try and earn a few pounds, just trying to make a bit of cash, and they don't want you making money at all. And it's in their interest because like you pay tax at the end of the year, so it's in their own interest to have you doing as much work as possible because you're going to be paying more tax to the city.
Yeah, but it's a different department.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
it's like Shark there trying to get his unit set up, like as he was saying, they're making it as hard as possible. So he's looking outside of that area to different places.
Yeah,
so they lose out in the end.
Yeah, I'm glad my phone calls worked when I called down the floor. I'm glad that's working well.
Oh, that's who it was. Thank you. Thank you.
That's better than the thumbs down. Let's make a phone call.
I got
welcome in.
I got a little package headed your way, Mike. Just to say thanks.
I bet.
Fine if you're caught, and after that, there you go. So Gulf Coast is saying that you get a nice little fine, I presume, in his area.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, if they knew I was running a business from my house, oh my God, I'd be in so much trouble.
Don't be telling Shark; he'll report you.
I don't care. You want the phone number? Very in name, just as.
Yeah, Gulf Coast. Oh, that's the other thing that's cracking me up. So I get an email. They give you 30 days from the date of the letter when they deny your certificate of use. And so I sent them an email back and said, all right, it looks like I have no choice but to abandon this application. And they write back to me and they say, well, why don't you just schedule a meeting and let's see if we can get this resolved. So I asked them, how long will it take to get a meeting? And they said, oh, generally 6 to 10 weeks.
That's crazy.
Okay, I've got 30 days to fix this, but I can't meet with you for 6 to 10 weeks. How many, and I know that they're going to start fining me or something like that on day 31.
Mm-hmm.
God almighty.
Red tape is. But you wonder how people get these jobs because, like, well, I suppose they get it because they're stubborn and they are just anal, for a better word. So they are that they won't bend any of the rules or break any rule ever.
Well,
I didn't have
they're
any
not
problem.
entrepreneurs. They don't get it. They don't
Yeah,
understand.
they're happy to go in and do the 9 to 5 and get the government pay every week and whatever. That's their what they want and that's it. Where other people go, oh, I'd like to make a bit of extra cash, all right, and they probably get jealous to see that people like yourselves and Mike that you're making a bit of money out of it and could make a nice living, and they're probably thinking, oh, I don't want to see that guy doing that.
They're jealous of Mike working his ass off.
Yeah,
But you know what? Mike pays a lot of taxes to the state and the government every year too. So,
Yeah.
but I didn't have any problems when I started mine up. I just went and submitted the license, and then I submitted an LLC and sent it all in. And in like 2 weeks, I had it all done. The only thing they wanted I had to be insured, so that wasn't no problem.
yeah.
But the only reason I did the LLC is because I have a lot of lawyers' offices and office buildings and stuff. So even though like my stepson works at a lawyer's office, and I got like 400 PCs off of them like last year.
Well, I
And
remember you getting all them PCs. Yeah,
yeah, and well, the thing was, and it kind of was sad because they all worked, and they were all i7s, i5s, and all they did was formatted the hard drives. They left the hard drives in there. They just swiped them out. I could have sold each one of those PCs for $90 a piece to my computer guy, but because of the state licensing and the
data.
regulations that are in there, anything
Yeah.
that I get, I have to recycle, and it has to be sold to a licensed recycler. I just can't go sell it to I can't sell Park Nest a hard drive because he looks shady anyway. So I don't know if I want to mess with him anymore.
Hey, Mike, you can sell them to me. I'm now a certified secondary metal recycler in the state of Florida.
I'm gonna need a copy of your paperwork, sir.
Okay. I got it right here somewhere.
Yeah, I can do that too. Look, I can go. Oh yeah, here. I got a piece of paper. Yeah.
No, I really, because I was just making a copy of it because I had to give it to my scrapyard so that they know that they can now take control items from me.
Because that's the only way I could get like like the lawyers' offices and schools and stuff like that is I had to actually have something from the state showing that I am licensed and all that crap. And a lot like the lawyers' offices, I have to give them, which is a real pain in the butt, is you have to give them a certificate of destruction.
Oh yeah,
And you have to itemize everything on there. And it's oh my god. Like I did the lawyer's office and I said, look, I'm not gonna write up 400 different PCs, with the model number. I said, can we just do it as 400 PCs complete, with the hard drives formatted, and then they gave me like memory and stuff like that, which you don't have to really worry about. It's just mainly the hard drives. So luckily they let me do that, or it would have took me forever to sit there and go through all that.
There's his license number. Can I make it bigger, Shark?
Yeah, I don't see a reason why not.
Okay.
Get his ass now.
I'm all official and everything.
I know where you live. You don't have to cover that up.
So there you go. So Shark is in the legit category.
I'll tell you what though, it opens up a lot of doors when you have your stuff in order. If you're gonna do it, as a full-time gig, it opens up a mountain that you.
Well, like that, he can go now into big firms and say, if you're redoing all your PC or IT gear, I can recycle the old stuff, and I have I have a license here to prove it. Stuff like that.
And I can charge them $5 a piece for a little piece of paper that says I destroyed it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or $10 or
Sean
whatever.
Davey, welcome in, Sean. Bad news, guys. I've only 5 minutes left, so if anyone wants to come up for the last 5 minutes, the link is there.
And the countdown begins.
And the countdown begins. In the meantime, let me check. Is there anyone live that we can go raid? Let me have a look. Because I have to have someone linked up for a raid, maybe.
Hey, Mike, I sent the other Mike a big box today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's funny because I have a buddy, eCycle Nation. He's getting out of the refining stuff because he just has too much other stuff to do. And he's like, you know anybody? So I referred him to Mike. I said, yeah. So him and Mike. So I got Mike. You know, I got the three Stooges and Shark.
The Three Stooges and Shark.
Mike will screw you over. Mike will do you right.
That was a Geico commercial, wasn't it? Mike. What day is it?
Yeah, hump day. Yeah.
Parkness, stop talking so much.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
Partners, keep it down.
Oh, yeah, very funny.
Partners, keep it down.
I think Conker's still going.
No, I've got my guy. I've got my guy ready. I'm going to raid Redneck Stacker because I haven't managed to get him live at any stage before. So he's live at the moment. So in exactly 4 minutes time, I'll be putting a raid on him. So in the meantime, Shark, what can we look forward to from this week from you?
So Friday is going to be a interesting e-waste scrap. I mean, the caveat really is don't try this at home, and you'll see why.
That's like most of my videos. Don't try this at home.
And then next Monday will be another e-waste scrap.
Okay. Partners, what's the plan for this week?
Right, I got two backups to two videos this week. I got a dashcam video on Friday, and Sunday's going to be a video I've redone. 2014 Vauxhall Astra. I did a video ages ago, but I've redone it because it's
Okay. Well, yeah, when you get new subscribers and stuff, so it's no problem doing a video again. Because like I'll redo some of my newer, older videos that I started at the very beginning when I had 10 subscribers, and so I'll probably redo some of them as I'm going along. E-waste, Mike, what's your plan for the week?
Not a damn thing.
Well, have we videos coming out to look forward to?
Nope.
You're a liar. I know well you have videos coming out.
I got a puke video coming out. I don't know.
You've got a puke video coming out.
Yeah, I got so much going on this week.
He didn't have time for that.
Ain't got time.
He ain't got time for videos. Well, he'll have a video out of his cat puking. So if anyone is looking forward to seeing a cat puking,
I'm gonna do that.
E-waste Mike has it.
Here. As soon as I get off here, I'm gonna go do the toad with the puke on his head.
But yeah, before it rains and washes it away.
Yeah, it's supposed to get rain. We're going 80 degrees tomorrow.
He didn't puke up any CPUs or anything, did he?
No, it was whole cat food. Dumbass didn't even chew his food.
So I have 2 minutes left, and we'll be heading over. So I'm going to put the link in for Redneck Stacker. Let me make sure he's still live, because my luck, like I was last week, the person I was going raiding had finished up. No, they're still live. So let me copy the link.
Every day sower, since you offered to marry me, do I have to buy you a ring?
Can't marry you.
Oh. Look at this scumbag coming up. Raphael, you've only got exactly 1 minute. So what have you coming out this week Raphael, on your videos?
Just wait and watch. You lazy boy.
I'm telling you, you think I'm joking. I'm waiting for this to go exactly 10 o'clock and I'm hitting the thing. I'm going to teach you a lesson.
He called you a scumbag. That's terrible.
That's why he doesn't even get any info what's going on this week. But you will be sorry if you miss it, buddy. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, you lazy butt. You will be sorry.
I'll be checking that out. Don't worry. That'll be tomorrow night, I presume, at the normal time.
Especially for you, I just posted in different time than normal.
Oh. To confuse
You
the
and your little
issue.
dog too.
By the way, hello the Sharky, hello the Mike, hello the Parky, hello everyone in the chat.
Okay, we've just hit the time. We've just hit the time. So I'm going to say good night to everyone, and thanks to everyone that came up on the panel. I really appreciate you giving your time for the 1 hour. From now on, it's this time, well, an hour show for the next while, and I look forward to chatting to everyone again maybe next week. So here's the link, guys, and just shoot on over and to Redneck Stacker and just say scrap an Irish raid if you want, or say nothing. Just go over if you want. Link is in the chat. Thanks, guys.
Good to
Good
see
night.
you.